My name's Neve and I'm in 2C. My poem's called Cats Sleep Anywhere. Any table, any chair, top of piano, window ledge, in the middle, on the edge, open drawer, empty shoe, anybody's lap will do. Fitted in a cardboard box in the cupboard with your frocks. Anywhere they don't care, cats sleep anywhere. My name is Zara and I'm in class 2C. I believe in being strong and everything seems to be going wrong. I believe that happy girls are the prettiest girls. I believe that tomorrow's another day and I believe in miracles. My name's Maeva and my poem is My Puppy. My puppy is so naughty. He always runs away. He never hears me when I call or stops when I say stay. The only time he listens and stops staring down the street is when he hears his favourite word, treat, treat, treat. My name's Elliot and I'm in 2J. My poem is called The Little Turtle. There was a little turtle who lived in a box. He swam in a puddle, he climbed on the rocks. He snapped the mosquito, he snapped the flea, he snapped the minnow, and he snapped at me. He caught the mosquito, he caught the flea, he caught the minnow, but he didn't catch me.
My name is Joss and I'm in year 3 and my poem is called The Quarrel. I quarrelled with my brother, I don't know what about. One thing led to another and somehow we fell out. The start of it was slight, the end of it was strong. He said he was right, I knew he was wrong. We hated one another, the afternoon turned black, and then suddenly my brother thumped me on the back and said, "Oh, come along, we can't go on all night." I was in the wrong, so he was in the right.
Hello, my name is Ethan and I am in year 3. And my poem is The Dentist and the Crocodile by Roald Dahl. The crocodile with cunning smile sat in the dentist's chair. He said, "Right here and everywhere, my teeth require repair." The dentist's face was turning white. He quivered, quaked and shook. He muttered, "I suppose I'm going to have to take a look." "I want you," Crocodile declared, "to do the back ones first. The molars at the very back are easily the worst." He opened wide his massive jaws. It was a fearsome sight. At least 300 pointed teeth, all sharp and shining white. The dentist kept himself well clear. He stood 2 yards away. He chose the longest probe he had to search out the decay. "I said to do the back ones first," the crocodile called out. "You're much too far away, dear sir, to see what you're about. To do the back ones properly, you need to put your head deep down inside my great big mouth," the grinning crocky said. The poor old dentist wrung his hands and, weeping in despair, he cried, "No, no, I see them extremely well from here." Just then in burst a lady, in her hand a golden chain. She cried, "Oh, Croc, you naughty boy, you're playing tricks again." "Watch out!" the dentist shrieked and started climbing up the wall. "He's after me, he's after you, he's going to eat us all." "Don't be a twit," the lady said, and flashed a gorgeous smile. "He's harmless, he's my little pet, my lovely crocodile."
Hello, my name is Jack and I'm from year 3. My poem is I tried to do my homework. I tried to do my homework, but there was a show on TV, a song was on the radio, and a friend was texting me. My email turned on so of course I had to look at that. It linked me to a video of someone's silly cat. I watched a dozen of videos and then I played a game. I almost didn't hear her when my mother called my name. I looked about the clock, it was time to go to bed. I didn't get my homework done, just other stuff instead. I hope my teacher listens to the cause of my inaction. It's really not my fault that the whole world is just one big distraction.
My name is Alfie. I'm from 3W. My poem is The Sound Collector. A strange call this morning, dressed all in black and grey, put every sound into a bag and carried it away. The whistling of the kettle, the turning of the lock, the purring of the kitten, the ticking of the clock, the popping of the toaster, the crunching of the flakes when you spread the marmalade, the scraping noise it makes, the popping of the toaster, the hissing of the frying pan, the ticking of the grill, the bubbling of the bathtub as it starts to fill, the drumming of the raindrops on the window pane when you do the washing up, the gurgling of the drain. A strange call this morning, he didn't leave his name, left only silence. Life will never be the same.
I'm Bobby Miles. I'm going to do Dentist and the Crocodile by Roald Dahl. The crocodile, with cunning smile, sat in the dentist's chair. He said, "Right here and everywhere, my teeth require repair." The dentist's face was turning white. He quivered, quaked and shook. He muttered, "I suppose I'm going to have to take a look." "I want you," the crocodile declared, "to do the back ones first. The molars at the very back are easily the worst." He opened wide his massive jaws. It was a fearsome sight. At least 300 pointed teeth, all sharp and shining white. The dentist kept himself well clear. He stood 2 yards away. He chose the longest probe he had to search out the decay. "I said to do the back ones first," the crocodile called out. "You're much too far away, dear sir, to see what you're about. To do the back ones properly, you've got to put your head deep down inside my great big mouth," the grinning crocky said. The poor old dentist wrung his hands, and weeping in despair, he cried, "No, no, I can see them all extremely well from here." Just then in burst the lady, in her hands a golden chain. She cried, "Oh, Croc, you naughty boy, you're playing tricks again." "Watch out," the dentist shrieked, and started climbing up the wall. "He's after me, he's after you, he's going to eat us all." "Don't be a twit," the lady said, and flashed a gorgeous smile. "He's harmless. He's my little pet, my lovely crocodile."
I'm Harrison, and I'm going to be performing The Library by Barbara A. Huff. It looks like any building when you pass it on the street, made of stone and glass and marble made of iron and concrete. But once inside, you can ride a camel or a train, visit Rome, Siam or Nome, feel a hurricane, meet a king, learn to sing, how to bake a pie, go to sea, plant a tree, find how airplanes fly. You cannot tell its magic by the way the building looks, but there's wonderment within it, the wonderment of books.
My name is Belle Payton, and I'm going to be performing Don't Be Silly by David Moran. Are there bugs that live on the moon? Can July come before June? Can the sun ever feel cold? Don't be silly, I'm often told. So why can't we live under the sea? The creatures there seem so happy. Why does cheese look like gold? Don't be silly, I'm often told. So why are things the way they are? Has it always been, right from the start? Will Mickey Mouse ever get old? Don't be silly, I'm often told. So in good time, I know I'll grow, and I will learn, this I know. I'll ask my questions and be bold, and that's not silly, I'll be told.
I'm Grace McNaughton, and I will be performing Footprints in the Butter. A rustle in the darkness, a whisper on the stair, a message left in code, a golden strand of hair. Trapped inside a mystery, high notes from a fiddle, heartbeats beat much faster, the answer is a riddle. A sudden crash at midnight made the girl's heart flutter. She looked inside the fridge, saw footprints in the butter. Detectives are all baffled by this tissue made of lies. The only clue they found is hidden from their eyes. The footprints have them baffled, how could anything survive? Trapped inside the fridge where nothing is alive. So nothing is the answer, the proof is plain to see. A riddle hides the truth, locked inside a mystery.
Hi, my name's Isaac and I'm going to be performing Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. 'Twas brillig and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wave, all mimsy were the borogoves and the mome rafts outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwocky, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jubjub bird, and shun the frumious Bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time Maximus' foe he sought. He rested by the Tumtum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock, with eyes of flame, came whiffling through the Turgly woods, and burpled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And haste thou slain the Jabberwock, my son, come to my arms, my beanish boy. O Frabjustay, Calloo, Callay, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe, all mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome rafts outgrabe.
Hi, I'm Florence, Year 5, and I'm going to be reciting 10 True Friends. 10 true friends you have, who 5 in a row, upon each side of you go where you go. Suppose you are sleepy, they help you to bed. Suppose you are hungry, they see that you're fed. They wake up your dolly and put on her clothes, and trundle her carriage wherever they goes. And these 10 tiny fellows, they serve you with ease, and ask nothing from you but work hard to please. And with 10 willing servants so trusty and true, pray who would be lazy or idle would you?
Hi, I'm Felix, and I'm in Year 5, and I'm going to be reciting The Sound Collector by Roger McGough. A stranger called this morning, dressed all in black and grey, put every sound into a bag and carried it away. The whistling of the kettle, the turning of the lock, the purring of the kitten, the ticking of the clock, the popping of the toaster, the crunching of the flakes, when you spread the marmalade, the scraping noise it makes. The hissing of the frying pan, the ticking of the grill, the bubbling of the bathtub as it starts to fill, the drumming of the raindrops on the window pane, when you do the washing up, the gurgle of the drain, the crying of the baby, the squeaking of the chair, the swishing of the curtain, the creaking of the stair. A stranger called this morning, he didn't leave his name, left us only silence, life will never be the same.
I'm Brooke and I'm in Year 5. In the land of the Bumblebee Boo, the people are red, white and blue. They never blow noses or ever wear closes. What a sensible thing to do. In the land of the Bumblebee Boo, you can buy lemon pie at the zoo. They give away foxes in little pink boxes and bottles of dandelion stew. In the land of the Bumblebee Boo, you'll never see a new, but thousands of cats wearing trousers and hats made of pumpkin and pelican glue. Oh, the Bumblebee Boo, that's the place for me and you. So hurry, let's run, the train leaves at 1 for the land of the Bumblebee Boo.
Hello, my name is Eva and I'm in Year 6 and I'll be reciting My Big Mouth. Yesterday, something happened at school. Let me tell you, I felt like a fool. There I was, bursting my ego bubble. Little did I know it would get me in trouble. During break, in the playground, we were all just messing around. Then came the math homework from yesterday. But I struggled. I was in dismay. The boys said it was easy, so I replied with yeah, it was breezy. I felt under pressure, they all seemed so clever. That's what started this endeavour. Unfortunately for me, a teacher overheard. A rumour spread that I was a math nerd. Then my math teacher, the one with glasses, said I should present in front of 4 different classes. 20 difficult questions for X. The questions stared at me like a ferocious T-Rex. The playground boasting made it all go south. Why did I not just shut my big mouth?
Hi, I'm Oliver and I'm going to perform Little Red Riding Hood and the Wolf by Roald Dahl. As soon as Wolf began to feel that he would like a decent meal. He went and knocked on Grandma's door. When Grandma opened it, she saw the sharp white teeth, the horrid grin, and Wolfie said, "May I come in?" Poor Grandmama was terrified. "He's going to eat me up," she cried, and she was absolutely right. He ate her up in one big bite. But Grandmama was small and tough, and Wolfie wailed, "That's not enough. I haven't yet begun to feel that I've had a decent meal." He ran around the kitchen yelping, "I've got to have a second helping," then added with a frightful leer, "I'm therefore going to wait right here till little Miss Red Riding Hood comes home from walking in the wood." He quickly put on Grandma's clothes. Of course he hadn't eaten those. He dressed himself in coat and hat. He put on shoes, and after that he even brushed and curled his hair, then sat himself in Grandma's chair. In came the little girl in red. She stopped. She stared. And then she said, "What great big ears you have, Grandma." "All the better to hear you with," the wolf replied. "What great big eyes you have, Grandma." "All the better to see you with," the wolf replied. He sat there watching her and smiled. He thought, "Going to eat this child. Compared with her old Grandmama, she's going to taste like caviar." Then Little Red Riding Hood said, "But Grandma, what a lovely great big furry coat you have on." "That's wrong," cried the wolf. "Haven't you forgot to tell me what big teeth I've got?" "Oh well, no matter what you say, I'm going to eat you anyway." The small girl smiles. One eyelid flickers. She whips a pistol from her knickers. She aims it at the creature's head, and bang, bang, bang! She shoots him dead. A few weeks later in the wood, I came across Miss Riding Hood. But what a change. No cloak of red, no silly hood upon her head. And then she said, "Hello, and do please note my lovely furry wolfskin coat."
Hi, I'm Iona and I'm in Year 6 and I'm going to be performing Stopping by Woods by Robert Frost. Whose woods these are I think I know. His house is in the village though, and he will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sound's the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. A miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
Hello, my name is Cameron, and I will be reciting If. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not get tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream, but not make dreams your master, or if you could think, but not make thoughts your aim. If you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, with twisted knaves to make traps for fools, and watch everything you gave your life to, broken, would stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings, and risk it in one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again from your beginnings, but never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew, and serve your long turn after they are gone, and hold on when there is nothing in you, except the will that says, hold on. If you can talk to crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings but don't lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you could fill that unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distant run, for yours is the earth and everything in it, and what's more, you'll be a man, my son.
Hello, I'm Freddie Ash and I'm in Year 7 and today I'll be reciting Why I Love Sport. In the autumn, it's time to play football. The team all together giving it their all. Red cards, penalties, corners, balls kicked, waiting for team sheets to see who gets picked. In the winter, it's time to play rugby the best. Scrum cap, gum shields and even armoured vests. Often it's cold and we're covered in mud, running and dodging the tackles at third. In the spring, it's time to play tennis with rackets, everyone excitingly just wanting to whack it. When the first serve goes in, over the season we all gain some skill. When the first serve goes in, it's always a thrill. Then it's the summer, which brings with it cricket. Everybody aiming the ball at the wicket. Pads, boxes, boundaries, words to admire, one eye on the ball, one eye on the umpire. It doesn't matter whatever the sport, on a pitch, a field or a tennis court. Sport keeps you active, sport keeps you fit, even though mom despairs at the kit. I'll always love sport, a practice or a match, the hours spent training to kick or to catch. If we win or we lose, however it ends, the best part about sport is you do it with friends.
My name is Cecilia and I'm in Year 7. I will be reading The Naming of Cats by T.S. Elliot. The naming of cats is a difficult matter. It isn't just one of your holiday games. You may think at first I'm as mad as a hatter when I tell you a cat must have 3 different names. First of all, there's the name that the family use daily, such as Peter, Augustus, Alonso or James, such as Victor or Jonathan, George or Bill Bailey. All of them sensible, everyday names. There are fancier names, if you think they sound sweeter, some for the gentlemen, some for the dames, such as Plato, Admetus, Electra, Demeter, but all of them sensible, everyday names. But I tell you, a cat needs a name that's particular, a name that's peculiar and more dignified, else how can he keep his tail perpendicular, or spread out his whiskers, or cherish his pride? Of names of this kind I can give you a quorum, such as Monkey Strapwazo or Coricopat, such as Bumbularina or else Jelly Lorem, names that never belong to more than one cat. But above and beyond, there's still one name left over, and that is the name you will never guess, the name that no human research can discover, but the cat himself knows and will never confess. When you notice a cat in profound meditation, the reason I tell you this is always the same. His mind is engaged in a rapt contemplation of the thought of the thought of the thought of his name, his ineffable, affable, ineffable, deep and indestructible singular name.
Hi, my name is Sophia and I am reciting a poem called Rain, and I am in Year 7. She looked up at the sky as she stood in the pouring rain. She needed a distraction to ease her from the pain, but it wasn't exactly easy to suppress what she tried to hide. No one knew how she felt. It was only when she cried. Finally you could see it, a hurricane within. The storm that's been going on inside has risen to the skin. There's something going on inside that makes it hard to speak. The words come up to her lips, but only tears roll down her cheeks.
Hello, my name's Amelia, I'm in Year 7 and I'm going to be reciting Television by Roald Dahl. The most important thing we've learned, so far as children are concerned, is never, never, never let them near your television set. Or better still, just don't install that idiotic thing at all. In almost every house we've been, we've watched them gaping at the screen. They loll and slop and lounge about and stare until their eyes pop out. Last week at someone's place we saw a dozen eyeballs on the floor. They sit and stare and stare and sit until they're hypnotised by it, until they're absolutely drunk with all that shocking, ghastly junk. Oh yes, we know it keeps them still. They don't climb out the windowsill. They never kick or fight or punch. They leave you free to cook the lunch and wash the dishes in the sink. But do you ever stop to think, to wonder just exactly what this does to your beloved tot? It rots the sense inside their head. It kills imagination dead. It clogs and clutters up the mind and makes a dad so dull and blind he can no longer understand a fantasy, a fairyland. His brain becomes as soft as cheese. His thinking powers rust and freeze. He cannot think. He only sees. All right, you'll say. All right, you'll cry. But if we take the set away, what shall we do to entertain our darling children? Please explain. We'll answer this by asking you what used your darling ones to do, how used they keep themselves contented before this monster was invented. Have you forgotten? Don't you know? Well, let's say it nice and slow. They used to read. They'd read and read and read and read and then proceed to read some more.
Hello, I'm Owen Andra and I'll be reciting Space Explorer by Owen Andra. Tardigrades, the kings of the microscopic world, with their puffy puffer jackets and cute little eyes, they venture on into the unknown. Silence, more silence, coldness, more coldness, nothingness, absolutely nothing is here. But out of the nothingness, out of the silence, the cold, something bright is getting bigger and bigger. It's a comet, wagging its tail, like a nice friendly dog with a smile. Bigger than the moon, it's going zoom. It picks up the lowly tardigrade, propels it through the nothingness, past the sun, the earth, and Jupiter, and out of the system. But the comet runs out of energy, but inertia takes over. The tardigrade does not stop, not once it gets going, towards stars, towards nebulae. The distance between stars is immense, bigger than you can comprehend, but this poor little tardigrade is forced to endure this. Years pass by, soon it's centuries. But here's the Orion Nebula. The reds, greens, blue make it all worthwhile. The hydrogen slows the tardigrade down, and the tardigrade settles in to its new home. After a long journey, the tardigrade finds a home, for here and forevermore the tardigrade is happy and content.
Hello, I am Isaac, and this poem is called The Ferret, which I wrote. This short-tailed thing that lurks in the night, waiting, waiting, waiting for a fight. Its long regal body speeding to the chase, those small puny mice will soon know their place. Eaten by a dark masked midnight thief, the smooth cold ground gives it infinite relief. The death of this mouse shakes his house, but from this body more is made. Rotten moss, this strong carpet silently is laid. Then this moss is food for creatures with their weird and alien features. Its tiny ears wave in the breeze, the wind flies around it like a gentle tease. It runs under trees and leaves with spikes, it runs past birds and animals alike. Now it's found its futile little cubs, it gives its partner some caring rubs. That night animals ran free, away from the death-bringing deity. The sea of peace was nice and calm, no animal big or small would dare cause any harm. As the sun shone over the hill, the shroud of peace was ripped by a wail, loud and shrill. They awoke to a deafening howl, a screech of a dying night owl. As the sun comes up, always hot, the miniature warrior prepares his shot. The food springs as fast as sound, but eventually their death soon will be found. This exhausting cycle goes on and on, until that poor ferret soon is gone.
The Elegant Arctic Fox. A skulk of foxes slowly strolling around with a serene placid face which enlightened me. Their fierce and fileful eyes hit my face as their electric blue eyes reflected off the icy blue surface. Their little pups slowly start to shiver as their paws slowly pierce the snow. Then suddenly they jump right into the air, catching their vicious prey. They start to eat it as they have a maleficent, mischievous look on their icy frosty face. They discreetly walk away with a furtive glance over their shoulder. Suddenly they're gone, like they secretly disappeared into the calm and gentle misty air.
Hello, my name's Daisy and I'm going to be performing my poem called The Powerful Predator. In an exotic jungle where shadows dance, an elegant creature in a fiery trance, with ginger fur striped black and bright, a tiger growls, a frightening sight. His eyes like embers burning with grace, he roams the kingdom at a steady pace. A distinctive coat of gold and black, the fierce animal ready to attack. His powerful roar echoes through the trees, the sound of strength carried on the breeze. He jumped with elegance, a graceful leap, a predator unrivaled his secrets he'll keep. Warm-hearted yet daunting, although he's not taunting, waiting for the right time, he's going to commit a crime. In the moonlight's glow, he's a glorious king. With every step, the forest seems to sing, a symbol of power, courage and might. The tiger's presence fills the night.
Hi, my name is Darcy and I'm going to be performing Elephants. A parade of elephants. You could hear their plodding feet on the ground, their ears shaped like a continent of Africa, their ears flapping like a flag, the skin is wrinkly when you touch it, their long trunk is flexible, their thick chunky tusks to fight, their tusks to rip things and their trunk to pick up food. Their habitat is forests and jungles, their short tail swishes, their ears go side to side. Elephants always fight. They have long eyelashes, they eat fruit, twigs, grass and bushes. They are as fierce as a pride of lions. They can sometimes be protected like your family. Their snuffling is that loud, it's like people having a cold. They are as large as a garden shed. They amble when they move. When they have a baby elephant, it's called a calf. They live up to 60 to 70 years. They have quite fast speed like a cheetah.